Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to talk to you about expired skincare products. Before we get started with today's video, however, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also be sure to hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any future uploads. Also, I'd love to invite you to add me on all of your other social media platforms. I will link my handles down below. I went through a little bit of a decluttering period, or 30 minutes, last week, and I realized I had a ton of forgotten skincare products, just things that have been sitting in my drawers and things I just haven't touched in a while. So I put them in a bag. Obviously, I did not get to all of them because I have a ton more. So I wanted to discuss a few products with you today. When I was going through those products, it just gave me an idea to film this video and perhaps talk to you about expired skincare. I do want to let you know that nothing lasts forever, except maybe McDonald's cheeseburger. Exposure to air and bacteria and light can make your skincare products and also your makeup lose their effectiveness. For the most part, all skincare and makeup products contain a little jar with either a 6-month, 12-month, or 24-month shelf life. This tells you how long a product will be good for after opening. There are different ways that you can tell whether or not your product is expired, such as texture, does it smell the same, has it changed? If you tick off any of those items, perhaps it is time to move on. Typically, products with natural ingredients have a shorter shelf life. Also, according to lifehacker.com, if water is the first ingredient in a product, it generally has a shorter shelf life, as water encourages bacteria to grow. So today we will go over some of my expired skincare products. I also have makeup that is expired, but I will save that for another video since might be a lot. I will start with cleansers since I do have a number of them. You will notice that some of these are mini size, which I usually tend to ignore minis, but I love getting minis. So yeah. The first is this PCA Skin Facial Wash. It doesn't tell us how long this can be used for, but I do remember that I got this when I got a chemical peel. And I do have a number of PCA products that I did get when I got my chemical peel. But this facial wash I got as part of the kind of recovery or post-procedure kit, if you will. And I did use it for as long as I needed to, but then I went back to my normal facial wash. It leaves my skin a little bit drier than I like my facial cleanser to. So if I were to recommend this to anyone, it would be someone with normal to oily skin. And yeah, that is about it. This, unlike any other product, will tell you that it is best by 11/19. So it doesn't have the little jar with a 6-month, 12-month, or 24-month shelf life, but it does tell you when it is expired. However, when you open a product, you should typically expect for it to live up to 2 years. This unfortunately has been over a year for me, and I just don't feel comfortable using it on my skin. The next product I have is this Origins Modern Friction. This is Nature's Gentle Dermabrasion. This has a 24-month shelf life. I do remember actually taking this on a camping trip about 2 or 3 years ago, believe it or not. And I got this as part of like a Sephora 500 point perk. So I did redeem a number of points for this nice little treat. And I liked it. I feel like usually when I go camping, my skin gets really grimy and dirty, so I used this every morning actually. And I really liked how it cleansed my skin. It wasn't too exfoliating or too drying on the skin. I just felt like it really cleansed the skin in the morning without drying my skin for the rest of the day. However, this, I mean, it's been 2 years since I used it, and this does have a 24-month shelf life. I didn't like this enough to purchase a full size of this, unfortunately. So let's talk about this Sephora waterproof eye makeup remover. Now I have 2 of these that are currently open, and I did go through the micellar water quite quickly because I really loved that one. This one I don't reach for it enough, and I feel like this one is way beyond its shelf life. This has a 6-month shelf life, and this is a mini. I do know that I get these in Sephora play boxes quite a bit, but I don't reach for them enough to use them all the way. So I do have another one that is currently open. But yeah, 6 months this is done with, especially with it going in your eye area. Definitely don't want to use expired products in the eye area because otherwise you'll cause irritation or quite possibly an infection. Let's talk about serums here. I have the Badescu Cellufirm drops. For some reason I thought that I'd emptied this out, but there's actually a bit of product left over in this. This I would use as an all over serum or an under eye serum, and I really liked it, but I didn't purchase another one. This is a full size. And the shelf life for this, let's see if it tells us. It does not. But I think that this has been with me for well over 2 years. So that is why I am tossing it. As far as who I'd recommend this to, maybe someone with a normal to dry eye area or skin. This does tell you that this is perfect for combo, sensitive, and dry skin. And what I loved about this product is that it is a multi-use product. So you don't just have to use it all over the face, you can use it in the eye area as well. Next, I have this Nip and Fab No Needle Fix Serum. This is plumping and volumizing. This has a shelf life of 6 months. Holy cow. Good thing I don't use this anymore. I purchased this actually at my local CVS. I think it was around the time where I was just starting my YouTube channel and where I just wrapped up esthetician school, and I was looking for more affordable options as far as skincare because I wasn't making as much money as I did at my other job. So I purchased this, but I didn't really like it on my face, so then I would just use it here along my chest area, and then I just kind of forgot about this. I don't remember this being a favorite of mine, which is probably why I just stopped using it. Then this is really gross. This is my Control Corrective Smoothing Repair Gel. We used the Control Corrective range at esthetician school, and this was part of my kit. So I would use this on, you know, clients that we had in class or in school, or I would use it on the other girls because we would actually work on each other. And I really liked this. This has glycolic acid and lactic acid, but I didn't use it all the way, and unlike other products, this doesn't have the jar with the month shelf life. It actually has an expiration date, and this expired September 2016. So good thing I haven't used this in a while, but they actually make some pretty solid products. Control Corrective. Now let's move on to another mini. This is by Kate Summerville, the Goat Milk Moisturizing Cream. This has a 12-month shelf life, but this was ultra lightweight. Doesn't smell like anything now, but I tried this. I think I redeemed some points for this at Sephora, and I wasn't really wowed by this, to be honest. I think I took it on a trip and that was about it. I didn't reach for this anymore. Next I have the Sunday Riley CEO CNE Protect and Repair Moisturizer. These are kind of yucky. I have 2 of these. And I really like the way this smells, but something tells me that it could be added fragrance. I could be wrong. But this is supposed to moisturize. It has vitamin C, fights free radical damage. I thought that this was actually too rich for my face. And I felt like my skin never really absorbed it. I think I also redeemed points for this at Sephora, and when I found that it didn't work on my face, I started using it on my chest, but even there it just felt too heavy. I didn't really like this. I don't really know how this is how this range is doing for Sunday Riley, but this was definitely a product that didn't work out for me. And next I have this Strivectin-AR. This is an advanced retinol night treatment. This has a shelf life of 24 months, and there is still, of course, some product left in here. And I think this was one of my first retinol products, and I actually kind of liked it. I thought that it was light enough, and I didn't see any peeling or irritation as a result from using this. I did feel like my skin was smooth and vibrant after use. But then I purchased 2 other retinol products that I liked, and I didn't reach out for this. This has definitely changed. Oh, this has definitely changed texture. It's got like some oil just kind of running out of it at first. I don't know if, see, it's like, I don't think that was its original color. And it doesn't smell really nice. So of course this is going in the trash. Yeah. And next I have, from that chemical peel that I got about a year or 2 ago, I have the PCA Skin Rebalancing Moisturizer, and then I have the PCA Skin Collagen Hydrator. I love this rebalancing one. I think I definitely used it up all the way. There's still a little bit left in there. And then the collagen hydrator, there's still a lot of it left in there. And this has definitely changed texture as it is pretty solid. Not putting that on my face, but the rebalancing moisturizer is one of my favorites from the post-procedure kit, as I feel like it feels like you're splashing water all over your skin without, you know, actually splashing water all over your face. And this really helps to calm and soothe the skin, especially after a controlled injury like a chemical peel. The collagen hydrator, I feel like this didn't really do much for me when I got the chemical peel. So it's not my favorite, actually. And this does have an expiration date, 12/19. Same for this one, but obviously the consistency has changed and I'm not putting that on my skin. Next, I have the Origins GinZing Eye Cream. I think this came as part of the 500 point perk at Sephora. So I've definitely had this for well over a year or 2, and this has a 6-month shelf life. I feel like this was one of my favorite eye creams for a little bit, even though it does have little bits of glitter and reflects in it. I do like its peachy kind of pinky tint. Because I do think that helps to reflect and diffuse the look of dark under eye circles. I feel like I would recommend this to anyone that is just starting off on using an eye cream. I feel like maybe if you're in your early 20s and you're just delving into the world of skincare, this could be a good option for you, especially if you are a makeup wearer or even a non-makeup wearer. But as far as benefits, I don't really think I saw many. I just liked how it reflected the light and it diffused the look of under eye circles. It's been more than 6 months since I opened this, and there is no way I am putting this beneath the eye area. Of course, I have some Murad renewing eye creams here. I'd always get these at work after training. These have actually a 24-month shelf life. So next I have a few SPF products. I have the Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield SPF 30, and I have the Murad Oil Control Mattifier. Just like the renewing eye cream, I had gotten these when I initially started working at my esthetician job, and I used this along my T-zone, and I really loved it, especially for the summertime. But other than that, I didn't really pick this up. And then this is the Invisiblur. This is currently still in the market, and this is kind of like a 4-in-1. This will treat, blur, and protect, and it is an invisible sunscreen. However, I feel like it does contain silicone because it does have that silicone-y feel, and that is not my favorite. But if you do like that silicone-y feel, this is typically something I recommend for my girl on the go. Someone who just has time for maybe 1 or 2 products in the morning. This is for you. It is an invisible sunscreen, and it does prime your skin for makeup. So I do have the Peter Thomas Roth Pro Strength 3% Retinoid plus High Potency Retinoid Serum. This was actually in one of my earlier favorites here along my channel. This has crystallized a little bit and does have some funky thing going on inside, but this is a little bit of an oil that contains retinol, and this was my first retinol product, and then I moved on to this. I really liked what this did for my skin, but then I reached out and purchased something different. This does have a 24-month shelf life, and I almost finished this. I feel like there's literally like this much left, but after I wanted to try something different even before I finished it, and I purchased the Luna Sleeping Night Oil by Sunday Riley, and there is just about this much left here in the packaging, and I loved this oil. This was one of my first and one of my favorites. I loved what this did for my skin, but because you do get 1 ounce of this, I feel like it is too much, and I do like that they now make a smaller version of this, which will definitely help you run into the problem that I did, where I purchased it and I didn't really use all of it. This has also kind of crystallized as well, you'll see. Ugh. And this definitely does not smell the same. And I actually would recommend this to anyone who wants to try oil, or anyone who just loves Sunday Riley. This is one of, I think, her hero products. Very effective, results driven. Highly recommend this. And then I do have another Sunday Riley product. This is the Artemis Hydroactive Cellular Face Oil. I purchased this when I was having really bad acne, and this helped me out a little bit, but you can see how it's crystallized here over top. And this really reeks. Just smells terrible. It smelled terrible then, and it smells terrible now, and you can see how crystallized it's become. This doesn't tell me how long of a shelf life it's got, but of course I can tell that it's expired, and they don't make this anymore, I don't think. But this was really good when I used it, even though it smelled pretty bad. And then I have 4 more products here. I have a few masks. This is the Clarins Anti-Fatigue Skin Smoothing Eye Mask. This soothes and refreshes. I really tried to like this, but unfortunately I didn't get any results from this. I feel like I get more results from under eye treatment masks than I'd get from this. This has a 6-month shelf life, and I've had it for well over 2 years. It doesn't smell terrible, but there is no way I am putting this near my eyes. This, I've got a little bit left of this, but this is the Murad Intensive C Radiance Peel. This is actually one of my favorite masks, and I have a number of minis of this, but I didn't really finish using this up. This has got a 24-month shelf life, but this is excellent for you to use before a big event, like the night before or the day of. It really smooths, brightens, and gives the skin a healthy luminosity. I like to recommend this to my brides. Yeah, I love this product, and I have a ton more back there. But yeah, I still have some of this, but this one, for example, is expired. And next I have the Lush Bubblegum Lip Scrub. I didn't use this all the way. It smells really nice, and boy, would I like to eat all of this right now. But because this is fresh, natural kind of ingredients, this of course has expired. This expired September 2016. So there is no way I am using this. And then I have this by the Organic Pharmacy. This is an antioxidant lip balm. This has a 9-month shelf life, and I got this in an Ipsy glam bag. I'm not putting this on my lip. Ugh. And that does it for this video. I'd love to know what your tips for minimizing expired products. I know I've seen this trend on Instagram called One Empty, One Newbie that helps to minimize skincare product waste. So I'd love to know your tips in the comments down below. I am sure that after I toss all of these, I will probably do another round of a declutter, since I do have more skincare products that are expired or that I don't feel comfortable putting on my skin because I don't remember when I first opened them. So please let me know if you like this type of video by giving this video a like. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully maybe you learned something new. Like I said, products do expire, and there are a number of ways for you to tell whether or not your product is expired. So if a product is no longer performing the same way that it did when you initially purchased it, it could mean that it is time for you to let it go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! I keep changing the camera angle because I feel like I'm too high. I don't know. Okay.